Hello everybody, I am Zozu6 and we are close to 600 subscribers, so thank you for that. And thank you for Armytek, who kind to me that they send this Prime C1 Pro magnet USB flashlight. It has a Cree XPL LED warm white. They didn't tell us how many kelvins, but compared to other flashlights, I think it's around 4000 K, and it has 980 LED lumens. So this is only without the optics. So the out of the front lumens will be lower, maybe around 700. I didn't have now my calibration lights, so I did not measure the lumens, but I will write in the description or over the text on the video when I can measure it. So let's see. They provide 10-year no hassle warranty. So this is a big pro over most of the Chinese flashlight manufacturer brand. They design in Canada, and I think the manufacturing is in China, but the design completely made in Canada. So let's see what's in the box. Oh yes, fell down. You got this plastic thing which holds every part inside. The flashlight came in this foam bag, and you got the flashlight itself. You got the 18350 900 milliamp lithium-ion battery. Let's put it in. Tear cap with a built-in magnet, and also this is the magnetic charging port. Square threads. No anodization on the threads, but this is because you need 3 contacts in the tear cap. One for the battery with the spring, one for the tube in the edge, and one over the threads. So, but it can be mechanically lock out. It has double O-rings. As you can see, it has mechanical lockout feature. And it is pretty warm. Okay, it is a pretty short, very short but very firm pocket clip. Don't see the color because I heat colored it, so basically it is silver color in original, but I heat colored it. So it has a matte black anodization. It's pretty sturdy. The clip doesn't scratch it. Only my 1.5-year-old daughter managed to scratch it. And it has a side switch, no other tear cap switch or anything. And it need to get used to the firmware. It's if you use other flashlights with side click, side switch, you may most of the time it has a long click for on, long click for off, and D modes with short click, or short click on, short click to switch the modes, and long click off, or long click and hold and cycle through the modes and turn off. But this is a bit different. We'll talk about that later. So you got the magnetic charging cable, a holster, no brand or anything on it, 2 spare O-rings, user manual. So let's see the charging. Some people have problems with charging because they don't read the manual. As you can see, I plugged in, it glows green. You just connect to the flashlight, it blinks red. It doesn't mean it's charging, and it is telling on the tail cap also, for charge, lose the tail cap. Just quarter turn or half turn enough. It constantly red, that means it's charging, and when it's finished it will glow constant green, like this color. Then turn back on. It has a locator blinking feature in the button, and you can determine the battery life with this color. So if the battery is full, it blinks green, and it is a little depleted, it blinks orange or yellow, maybe yellowish, and if it's need a charge, it blinks red. The flashlights also use this blinking button to show you if it is overheating and things like that, and if it is critically overheating, and it will step down. It uses green XPL LED, as I said. It has a AR coated glass lens and TRI optics, stainless steel bezel, and it has a very good size for EDC. It is a bit longer than most of the flashlights with this battery size. I saw some flashlights same length with 18650, but it's a good size to hold in hand, not disturbing in pocket, and it has very usable beam. For close distance it's okay. Let's see the user interface. Quick. So 165-meter beam distance, maybe 100-ish, which you can use, or around 70-80 meters, so half of that. Interesting, they can decide how many lumens they have. So the manual said 970 lumens, the box says 980 lumens. Okay, somewhere on the box or in the manual I think it's saying the OTF lumens also. So this is what you got. This is how you put in the battery, how to use the charger, and this is the operation. So it has 3 mode groups: the main modes, the Firefly modes, and the turbo modes. And of course it has strobe modes also, but the main flashlight modes, what you use every day, it has 3 groups. The main modes is the middle 3 mode, and the Firefly are the lowest 3 modes. So in total it has 8 levels, the 2 turbo of course. So if you just short click, you enter the last use mode. If you double click, you enter the main modes. I think I will lock the exposure. This is the lowest Firefly mode. So short click, last use mode. But if you long click, it starts in the lowest mode, and you can cycle up to the highest turbo. And if you release, it stays in that mode. So you can start in the lowest mode anytime you want. Short click, it memorized. And if the flashlight is on, with double click, you jump between the Firefly group and the main group, and it remembers what mode you left last time, each group. So in Firefly, now I jump up to the 3rd level, go to the main modes. This is the lowest main mode of the 3. Oh, and of course click and hold, you cycle through the 3 levels of the group, or 2 levels if you are in the turbo. So this is the lowest main mode, and it keep remember the Firefly's highest mode, because that was it. And also remember that this is the lowest main mode I left in. And from anywhere, any mode or off, triple click to the turbo group. That was 4 click, the strobe group. Click and hold to change to another strobe. So triple click, and this is the turbo group, which has only 2 levels. Double click, go back to the main modes. Double click, go back to Fireflies. As you can see, that's all. But it need a little practice to get used to it, because it's different than most of the flashlights. If you want to turn off this switch blinking, just untwist a quarter turn the tail cap, press and hold the button, twist, untwist, and release the button, and then you can tighten the tail cap, and now you have no blinking in the button in off. But if you turn on the flashlight, it will blink in the Firefly modes just 2 times, and that's all if it's turned off, because they don't want to that strong blink bother you while using the lowest Firefly mode, because the blink is it's brighter than this main LED level. So it blinks twice after the last button press, and that's all. If you jump up to the main levels, it will blink and not stop blinking after 2, so you can't turn off this completely in the main modes or the turbos. If you want to turn it on again, untwist, click and hold, twist, tighten it, release button, and tighten it again. Now it's blinking again. So you need to set this once and just use it, but it has pretty big manual with a lot of things. So let's see. Low battery indication. Warning, the main LED blinks and the button blinks yellow with 2-second intervals under 25%. Under 10%, it blinks 1-second intervals red. The temperature warning, if it's very warm, it blinks 2-sec intervals, triple blinks and yellow. It means warm. And if it's critical hot, it blinks 1-second intervals and triple blinks with red button lighting, and it will step down the output. Also, it has a tactical mode. You can enter tactical mode with release tail cap, press the button, tighten tail cap, and now you are in tactical mode, and it uses the last used mode. So it using the mode memory level, and you can blink how many you want, and it has an extra timed power off feature, which I found only on forums and no any info in the manual. So in tactical mode, you hold the button for a while, stars blink, and if you press once, the flashlights turn on, and it has 2-minute power of time now. If you click twice after the long click, it will remain on for 5 minutes, and 3 click means it will turn on for 10 minutes and automatically turn off after that 10 minutes. So now I left it here, and you will see it will turn off. Oh, and it turned off. So, and it is also left in tactical mode. To turn off tactical mode, untwist, press the button, tighten, and now you are in the normal modes. So this user interface section was a bit long, but if you learn the Prime C1 user interface, they use this firmware in more flashlights. With the double O-ring, it has very good waterproofness. I dropped in water, you can see slow motion. Woo. Is it falling down? magnetic tail cap, where is something I can try. So it has a magnetic tail cap. You can use it as a work light. It's nice to have a holster, but because this is very hard and it feels bulletproof almost, I think I will not use this holster. Maybe I will use it for one of my other small flashlight, which is not really bulletproof as this. They have this little groove in the head, which is good for the finger. So it has a good comfortable feel. And let's go outside and try it. So I am outside with this Armytek Prime C1 Pro, and I brought out the Eagle Eye X2R and the Scale Hunt DS10 for comparison. Let's see. First, this is the lowest mode of the Armytek. You barely see half or 1 meter with this Firefly. Next level. You can use it for about 5 meters. This is the highest Firefly mode. This is the daily mode, lowest, second, third. You can use it for about 20 meter, maybe 40. And this is the lowest lower turbo, and the higher turbo. Those trees are 100 meters away, so it's good easily for 100 meter. And let's compare with the Scale Hunt. This is 300 lumens. It's not reaching the trees over there, maybe a little. This is the Armytek Prime C1. And let's see the Eagle Eye X2R. It is 700 lumens, maybe the Armytek also 700 lumens OTF. And back to the Armytek. Yes, it's about the same output. We are back with a bunch of other flashlights and 18650 battery, because I forgot size comparison. So it's 18650, and this is the Scale Hunt DS10, which using a 16340 battery. It's shorter by a centimeter. Eagle Eye X1R. It using the same battery as the C1 Pro. Conway S2 Plus, which is pretty common for anybody who into flashlights. It's longer with a tail cap length, but it has a clicky switch and it uses 18650 and MSRD4 with the 18650 tube, so only a millimeter longer and much more runtime. But with the short tube it's so tiny that you cannot hold it perfect. Emissar D1 also. Emissar lights are very on to making the shortest flashlights. Nightcore MH20 also 1.5 centimeter longer maybe, and 18650 flashlight. So conclusion, it's very good for EDC. You can drop it, use it, bash it, and you can use it in very harsh conditions like rain, dust, it doesn't care. And which I forgot to mention also, it has a pretty sturdy button that needs pressing power, and I'm using this maybe almost a month now, and I never used the mechanical lockout when I put it in my pocket, and it never turned on because the button is under this line, so it recessed a bit and it needs a pretty firm press, not like an Emissar, which is no need much force to turn on. It needs the press that you want to turn it on, sure. So the price is a bit high for if you compare to cheap Chinese flashlights, but you get a 10-year warranty, and not much other manufacturers give you this kind of warranty. So thank you for watching, and as you can see, for now I have a Patreon page and the Patreon link in the description. That's because I'm happy if flashlight manufacturers send me free testing flashlights, and I always want to make honest reviews, not biased by this, but most of the times I buy flashlights from my own money, and to keep the channel running I will be happy if I got some supporters, and I promise I spend all that money onto flashlights or flashlight related things. I want to buy a lathe someday, and I want to make my own flashlight. Maybe with active cooling, because now I experimenting with active cooling systems. Just go to Patreon and check it out. And thank you Armytek for this C1 flashlight, Prime C1. Have a nice day.